Hey everybody, Technology Bob. Had a little issue yesterday. Nick actually lost his front tire on his truck going down the highway. He was given a set of rims, and I'm going to show you in a minute. And one has been having issues. Well, and he's been trying to keep the lug nuts tight. But it got away and it came off. It busted the rotor. I'm going to show you a picture of the rotor and what happened to the actual tire. Luckily, nothing was hurt for him. I was able to go on the side of the road, and I got it to where I went to O'Reilly's. I got a rotor and some studs because it busted all the studs on lug nuts. And on the side of the road, I was able to get 3 of them in and get the rotor on and drive it home. It was only like 4 miles home. So we got the truck home, took it back down, and then we discovered that we were given one stud smaller than what we required for the truck. So today what we're going to do is we're going to put brakes on it because the brakes got a little damaged. And we're going to put that stud back in. We're going to put the new stud in because we went and exchanged it last night. So stick around, as it always. Come help me, answer questions for me. I was kind of exciting there. I didn't get any of it filmed. It was kind of, I got a call and got rushed out. You know, when your son's on the side of the highway stranded, you don't have a tendency of grabbing cameras and stuff. So I kind of wanted to make sure he was okay. So let's show you that tire here. All right. This is what happened to the tire. That hub came down, and if you notice, it was wearing. So I mean, look at, and again, this tire, I think it's been in a wreck. It was in a wreck before. So, but today what we're going to do is we're going to put the old tires on. We got new tires ordered for it. Let me take you over here. It did dent up the fender of the truck a little bit. It came up in here and dented it out a little bit, but you know, he's safe. Let me show you that rotor. This is the actual rotor. It hit and slid a little bit. And that could have busted it, but I think the tire, I think, had issues. It was vibrating enough to get the stud loose. Anyhow, let's get the truck up in the air. I think we need to fix the floor jack first. That jack under there, we're gonna get it jacked up. The wheels loosened up. You see it's missing the one here. Then we're gonna get the brakes on there. For all your seasoned mechanics out there, you probably don't need to watch this. Maybe you do, I don't know. We're going to take the brakes off right here, this bolt, and the bolt down here. We're also going to take the frame off, and the reason for that is because I need to get the hub off. Then I'm going to take the wheel bearing off, the bearing or whatever, because I tried yesterday, and I'll show you when I get in there, and maybe you can get some comments on a better way to do that. I always had, you know, these on the back side, and then ran a lug nut in there, and it pulled through. They're so big I couldn't. I had to take it off and put it on a vise and hit them in there. So that's what we'll do today. Let's get a wrench and get that off of there. All right, them bolts are out of there. So we should be able to take this this piece. Now be careful of the brake line here. I will take this off and I'll tuck it right underneath there. So hopefully I can get this. We're going to inspect it. I'll bring you up. Alright, that's off of there. I'll take a C-clamp and I'll squeeze these in. Alright. I don't know of any other way to do it. The way I was always taught to do it. And I could be wrong. That's just the way I was taught. So we're going to go ahead and finish taking these off. I know the brakes don't look bad, but if you look there, see that angle there? I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to get in front of the camera. That was from when the hub, or the rotor, the old rotor was at an angle after it hit. And it was rubbing, so we want to get that. I wanted to replace these. Alright, so I want to get these other two bolts out and get this housing off of here. This housing. So I'll bring you back in. I mean, if you guys have a suggestion on how to do this better, just let me know. Drop it in the comments. Appreciate your help today though. It's awesome. Thanks. Alright. Got that off of there. If you noticed here, there's the screw that actually holds that rotor on. That busted off. I don't have one. I put them together without many times. I think it's just there for assembly, but we'll see. I think we just gotta watch it. Alright, now what I'm gonna do is I am going to unhook the ABS here, right here, down in here. Then I'm going to take this hub off and we're going to get that stud in there. Well, I wanted to point out that there's 3 bolts there, up in there. That's spider there. There's 3 bolts up in here to get that off. All right, that's worked on cars before. I've seen this trick, but a lot of people haven't. I can't get it with the one, so I have a little lever there that marches together just like that. Same down here. Okay, I need to add a lever. Can't hang on to the damn thing, but I need to add a lever. Alright, and that busted over. Alright. As I was saying earlier, yesterday I spent probably close to an hour and a half trying to draw these in. Spent about an hour and a half trying to draw this in with a nut on the back side here. I just done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up here on the vise. I'll put it up here on the vise like this. Alright. Hopefully you can see that. Alright. I'm going to just hit it with a hammer. I'm going to lose camera, huh? Now you get the idea. I don't want to break camera. Make sure it's all the way in. See how it's seated at the bottom? Alright. Alright. So that's in. Let's get it back on there. I want to point out that when you're putting these back together, alright, you want to make sure that this ABS thing here, you put that in there, all right? So we're gonna see if you can't see any of this. So you want to put it in there. And stick this up in there. And it goes one way. Alright. Your bolt started. Make sure you start all your bolts. If you don't start all your bolts, you're fooling yourself. Run them in as far as you can by hand. Make sure you use the right torque when you tighten these up. So I'm going to tighten that down. I'm also going to put the ABS back in. And then, I don't know how you guys do it, but this is how I do it. So let me get these all tightened up, and then we'll start working on the brakes. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to use the old brakes to tighten this down because of the dual cylinder. So we're going to crank this up. Try to get it to go in a little bit at a time. Just take a little bit. Make sure you don't drop anything. And once it's all the way flat, then we'll put the brake back together. Okay, we got the rotor on there. We're going to put the rest of it back together here. And I'll bring you back in when I get some of the other parts on. I got the brakes all in place. I'm going to try to slide that over there without any issues, hopefully. And then get the wheel on. Okay, we did get the tire on. Nick came out to help taking the tire off the other side. So we can put the brakes on there. Put the brakes on one side and I'll do the other side. So once that's done, we are getting a ABS error in here, and we got a reader coming in later today, and we're gonna check and see what it codes out. The wheels are spinning, something's throwing an error, causing a reduced steering. So we need to figure that out. But for this part of it, the brakes, I ain't gonna bore you with another brake. Okay, yesterday when we were out there working on the truck, I said that later on we're gonna review because there was issues. All right, one of the reasons my son replaced the tire speed sensors for the ABS. All right, because Google said that's what probably was wrong with it. So I bought this to see, and because the old one, this thing is great. It tells, the truck's already done now, so I can't really do anything right now. I got it hooked to the computer and I'm talking to you. I was hoping that I'd get something. Yesterday went so quick. It was like boom, bam, and what it said, what it did is it came back, is this actually has I'll show you. All right, let's go into the history here. All right, and this was the Silverado that we were working on. All right, and it remembers that, but it didn't. I was hoping it remembered the data from yesterday. But if you go down here to control modules, right, it has the engine control module, transmission control module, electronic brake control module, inflatable resistance sensor, and diagnostic module. The brake module was coming up with an error, and basically what it was the speed sensors that he put. It actually told us the speed sensors that was wrong. Incorrect speed sensors is what it said. So we put the old ones back on there, And basically, when he put the new ones on, there was a ground issue because I had to make a ground connection thing for him on the one, and I think that was the main problem to begin with. So what we did is we put the old ones back on, cleared the codes, and everything is good. This thing was like $160, but it's so much better than the little plug-in one I had, and it paid for itself. I mean, if we had to take it to a shop or whatever, it paid for itself. I want to, at a later video, I want to get it on a vehicle and show you how it works, because it is, and I mean, I don't promote things, but this thing is the bomb. It's so much easier than the little ones that you plug in and then you put it on your phone and whatever. And this is so much better. I mean, there's so much it does, and it ain't even a real high-end one, so it really works really well. Anyhow, I'm going to wrap up this video, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for watching.